All right, so it's meet the farm animals time, right? And so some of the first farm animals we got here is the chickens. You've seen them all before. And no, they don't all have names, but let me show you the ones that do. So this is our geese. You remember them from a while ago? They're loud. This is Roger and Ryan and Ryan. And then and how can I tell them apart? Because that guy right there has the black stripe down his back, and these other two have orange. So, and truthfully, I'm not even sure which ones are male and which ones are female. I don't know. But our friend Roger said when we name one of the geese after him, so we did. And that's him right there. Roger. There you are. And then those two are both Ryan, because, you know, Ryan Gosling. When they were Goslings, it made more sense. Ryan Geese doesn't make as much sense. But there they are. They're loud. Can you guys flap your wings? Flap your wings? No, they won't flap their wings. And then we have a bunch of chickens. And none of the chickens have names. There's one that loves Abraham and likes to be picked up by Abraham, but it doesn't have a name either. Okay, and so these are our boy sheep. This is, I got a little food so they come to us. So this is Charlie. Charlie's our big old ram. There you go. And then that's Jacob. He's a Jacob sheep, and we named him Jacob. So you can see he's kind of crazy looking, right? He's got 4 giant horns. Kind of small for a sheep, but they actually come from the Bible. Like, the lineage comes all the way from, you know, when Jacob in the Bible had sheep. And then you can't really see them. See if we come down here. Then this guy over here, that's Brad. Brad's the son of Jacob. We named him after Brad Paisley because we name all our sheep after country music stars.
Yeah, Jacob just moved him.
So Charlie we've had for a long time. He's like, oh man, like maybe 5 years old, 4 years old, 5 years old. He's big, kind of old. He had this crazy head wound this year, and we actually were able to clean it up, and he survived. I didn't know if he was going to survive for a little while, but he was actually budding with Jacob, which Charlie naturally, he's a Dorset sheep, so he naturally doesn't have horns. He's what's called naturally polled, so he doesn't have horns. And then Jacob, as you can see, has 4 horns, and they were like going to opposite ends of the pasture and running and butting heads into each other, and kind of ended badly for Charlie. Even though Charlie's like probably outweighs Jacob by 100 pounds, Charlie lost. And yeah, we didn't realize it. I thought he just, you know, hurt his head a little bit, but then we found him and he had like a big giant gash. So we had to treat it. We treated it with essential oils and some other, you know, herbal things, and it cleaned right up, and he's good. So yeah, that's pretty cool.
And throw some worms. That's worms.
And there, yeah, Abraham wants to tell you there were worms in his head. It's pretty gross, but we got it all cleaned up. And then Brad down there, he's kind of the lowest on the totem pole, so it's kind of not even easy to really see him. We'll see if we can catch a glimpse of him later. But yeah. Okay, so we have to keep the girl sheep and the boy sheep separate. For those of you that know how babies are made, that's the reason. They only get to visit each other once a year. So we got to walk up the driveway here. The boys are back there behind, and then we're coming over here, and the girls are up in this front pasture that's actually underneath the power lines. There's a whole bunch of overgrown weeds, so thought we'd put them in there and let them clean that up. And then we're gonna put in a little bit of a walking trail through there, hopefully. So yeah, they're all the way up here at the front. I'll show you them in a second. All right, so this is our other guardian dog. This is Turnip, like Rutabaga. She's a good dog. Come here, Turnip. Come here. Come here. Yeah. So she protects the girl sheep. So this is all of our girl sheep here. They're lined up for us. So actually that's a boy. He's a ram. This is Dolly. That's Philip and Peter. I don't know how they got those names. They're girls. It's just when we were naming, that's what they felt like. And then, where is she? Right there is Winona. So they will, the baby right here, he's the baby of Peter. Peter's the one with the freckled nose over here. She's kind of our lead sheep right now. And they're all Dorsets. Winona is the daughter of Jacob, who we just met. And then Dolly is Dolly right here. She's our newest one. She's actually a Hampshire sheep. So she's a whole different breed. She's kind of like a mixed breed. So the Dorsets are really good for wool and kind of okay on meat. Hampshire is good on wool, but as you can see, she's like super stocky. So she's really good on meat too, which we won't eat her. Don't worry, guys. But if she has male babies, we will send them to freezer camp. It's part of raising good quality meat, giving sheep a good life, and making sure everybody's happy. And you see Turnip checks up on everybody. Yeah.
She likes you, Dada. She likes you so much.
So Turnip is she's an Anatolian Great Pyrenees mix. So you can see her hair is a lot different than Rutabaga. She has a short hair. And I think she's better for the south than Rutabaga. Rutabaga's hair is so long and thick. We try to make sure he stays cool. And so far he's fine. Lots of people have him even farther south than we do. So he's all right, but I like the short hair. It doesn't get caught in the briars. It isn't quite as much of a mess. But yeah, either way, I think they're great. Why we have so many different animals is basically the concept of species diversity, right? Having a bunch of animals means that you have different inputs, different benefits from every animal. For instance, like a chicken scratches the ground, right? And then a sheep eats different kinds of grasses. Goats, we don't have goats right now. We've had goats before. The goats do their thing as far as eating brush down. The geese, they eat a certain kind of grass also. And the ducks take care of slugs and snails. So by mixing all these different species together, we're kind of, in a way, replicating nature, even though all these animals are more domesticated than that, right? But having them all do their purpose, move around over the farm, adds a lot of different nutrients and minerals to the ground. And them working together, the sheep, their hooves like push into the ground, and then the chickens come behind and they scratch the ground. The chickens scratch the manure of the sheep. Everybody works together. The whole Lion King circle of life thing. That's really why we do the whole species diversity. We do that with animals. We do that with plants. We're trying as much as we can to replicate nature instead of fight against nature. So again, that whole permaculture concept of working with nature rather than against it. But yeah, I just wanted to introduce you to all of our animals and show you what we have going on, and let us know if you got any questions. Post them in the comments below. Love to answer questions. All right, say bye, Abraham.